Yes, YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today is quite an exciting day because, as you can see below me, it's new bike day. Not new bike day for a long time. This one is just a loaner, and we're here at the Forest of Dean. I've just been and picked this bike up from John at Merida, so big shout out to John, appreciate it. Yeah, this is my first proper ride on this Merida E160. This is the 875 version, so it's got the big battery in it. I've ridden the carbon fibre version, which has the smaller battery and obviously is much lighter, and really enjoyed it. Real keen just to get on it, get some first impression. I'm only here for I don't know, an hour or so today. Just a quick hour in boost, of course. E-bikes only have one mode. And yeah, just going to go and ride some of the off-piste stuff here at FOD that I'm kind of familiar with. Raced it a couple of times and stuff. And I'm off up to Scotland on Friday to go and race some e-bikes, so that will be real cool. This video will probably be out after. Yeah, this is just a first impression. Going to go out riding, just give you guys my thoughts on the differences between this e-bike and the older version, which is the one that I have currently got. Ready to rock and roll, so got the GoPro now, so I will catch you at the top of the first trail. Top of the first trail then, and I've ridden this one a few times, normally in racing, so I thought I'd come and ride this one first, as it's the one that I've probably ridden most recently, I would say, and just as I thought, pretty wet up top. Straight away I can tell that it's much longer than the old e-bike. Feels much more stable, even on this top small section. Always have to remind myself to brake for that far road because it's quite a sharp compression. And I also thought this track got quite a lot of long flat turns to be able to give me an idea on how stable it feels in the corners. The track has been raced on because all the high lines etc are all super ridden in now. Forgot about that turn. You have to get high for it. Oh, different line. Not been down here before. And I can assure you that was definitely the wrong line. First little track done, and first impressions are very stable. So although that track was not that fast, not that rough, I can noticeably tell that this one is much longer and a little bit slacker than my other e-bike, which is the older version. So it's quite good to do a back-to-back comparison really, as I've ridden the old one and then obviously I'm getting to ride this one. With that only being my first run down that track, it's obviously quite difficult to be real specific, but the one noticeable thing was definitely, like I said, it was a little bit longer and a little bit slacker. We're gonna go up now, ride a couple of little tracks that I think I'm familiar with, maybe ridden them once or twice. I don't get to come to the FOD often enough, which is a shame. It's quite a drive away from my house, so I don't get to ride here that often, but gonna try and ride a couple of little tracks, like I just said, that I'm kind of familiar with, so I can try and focus on what the bike's doing instead of where I'm going. Clicker into boost, of course, because that is the only mode that we're going to be using today. So this track I think I've ridden before. Yeah, I think I recognise this top little bit. I think me and Aaron, last time I came here, we both, oh my god, that is a big puddle. Don't fancy going through that and getting soaking wet. Oh, didn't remember that bit. Clearly must not have been concentrating. Do we go left or right? We'll go left. Oh, this bit I definitely haven't ridden. Just gonna crack on, ride this track anyway, because they're all pretty good on this hill, I would say. So 3 or 4 tracks in now, I believe, and I thought, why not give you a quick run through of the bike. So this is the Merida E160 875. This is the one with the big battery in, aluminium frame, and completely standard as is at the minute. The only thing that I have added is my pedals and an RRP mudguard. As you can see today, it's pretty wet and pretty muddy, so mudguard was definitely an essential. So standard. This bike comes with the RockShox suspension, so you've got a Zeb Select up front and then a Super Deluxe on the rear. Both air, so we've got an air fork and also an air shock. Running gear, we've got the Shimano XT. Again, can't really go wrong with that. And also the XT e-bike specific 11 speed, which is actually designed under load, which in my mind is crazy, especially on an e-bike. You know, to be changing under load is absolutely crazy. Comes with the Maxxis Assegai on the front and DHR2 on the rear. This is then paired to the Shimano hub with the Merida rims. I actually haven't used these rims, so I can't tell you how good they are, etc. As on my bike, I'm very lucky on my e-bike, it's got the carbon DT Swiss wheels on it, as that version is the 10k. But as a complete bike, this is absolutely bang on what you would need. Nothing too crazy fancy, just real good base spec. Get real good value for money on this bike, and of course paired with the Shimano EP8 01 motor, and that is something that I have got on my bike, and I can say it's been absolutely bomb-proof so far. I haven't had any troubles with it whatsoever, and I've used it for a good while now, and it's been absolutely brilliant. But first impressions of this bike are really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. I've said probably 3 or 4 times now, how much more stable this bike is really, really noticeable. You can tell it's slacker, and again, on this one, you've actually got the option to run it as a 29er wheel as well, if you wanted to. This one's set up as a mullet at the moment, and to be honest, I really, really like it. Really like the way that it turns in the corners, etc. And that's that really. Just thought I would give you a quick run through and get back to riding some more bikes. We're going to head back down the one that we've just ridden, but I'm pretty sure, as I did the little jump last time, I could see a split. So we're going to see fast through. Ah, yes. We go to the left. Oh, jump over a stump. That's well cool. Ah, yeah, this one is a different track to what we rode before. And then last time I went left, so we'll stick right. Oh, the infamous road gap that got ZEB good and proper. And just as his ankle's healed, he's gone and broke his scaphoid. Nice one, mate. Oh, wow. This track has had lots of... Oh, that is super slick. I'm not even sure if I'm going the right way here. Probably not. But probably a good job not to ride that in the rain, because it would just wreck it. And someone has clearly spent a fair bit of time. Oh, this is, how funny, this is actually the track that I wanted to ride before. Oh, super long. Surely there's got to have been a long jump competition happened on that at some point. Now that was a cool track. I'm not sure, well, I know I definitely wasn't going half the right way for most of it, but that is incredible. Now I'm going to head back over to the downhill side, I think. Maybe do one of those tracks off the top. Maybe one that's fun, got some nice little jumps down it. I know I just said that I was going to head back over to the downhill tracks and ride one of those to finish off, but turns out I actually have no clue where I'm going and went to go and ride the downhill tracks and just ended up getting lost. So we came back to finish off on one of the ones that we on the area that we've been riding today. Oh, that gets tight fast. I haven't actually ridden. Let's concentrate for a minute then, drop those jumps. Where could we go here? Round to the left, I think that's where the track is meant to go, maybe? I don't really know. That one was a little bit steeper. Straight down. And now, back to the van. I think we'll call it at that. I've only been out for an hour, but I've done a lot of riding. Again, that's big thanks to these e-bikes. So that was a quick couple of hours, well, an hour really, at the FOD, just to get a quick first ride on the bike before heading up to Scotland tomorrow to go and race the Tweedlove E24 race. So I just literally wanted to get a couple of runs in just so I could kind of familiarise myself with the bike. Again, it's totally different to the older models. I know I keep going on about it, but it is genuinely much better. The old one was really good and this one's really good. It being a little bit slacker makes it real nice in the turns real good, and the steeper seat angle, although you think climbing doesn't really matter on an e-bike, has a huge impact. Real nice when it starts to get steeper. That front wheel stays on the floor much easier, whereas on the old one it did start to rise ever so slightly. As you can see, it was pretty muddy, but I think those are the best conditions when it's not raining but wet. Best conditions. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop the video a like, consider subscribing, and if you've got any questions about the bike, etc., leave them in the comments. And of course, if you want to demo one of these, get yourselves in contact with the guys at Two Wheels Only. They will have a demo bike for you guys to use. And yeah, I think that's that really. So if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to drop it a like, consider subscribing, and like I said, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.